Yo, what is going on, YouTube? What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing out there today, man? Welcome back. So we're here with another reaction. This one has been highly suggested in the comment sections for some time now. Very early on to me doing Bob Dylan and a few other artists. People have brought this group up, and I'm happy to finally be getting around to it. So thank all of you for mentioning this group and not letting me forget about them. I don't put as much content out as I used to on this channel, so it's easier for me to forget to get around to artists, right? I try making notations of certain things here and there, but I do forget. So you guys reminding me helps immensely, really does. Thank you so much. So this group right here, the Traveling WILBURYS, WILBURYS. All right, so I just looked it up. I guess it's WILBURYS, right? The Traveling WILBURYS. All right, so this includes, all right, if I'm not wrong here, let's see. Jeff Lynne was also in a supergroup called the Traveling WILBURYS. Members also include George Harrison, Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, and Roy Orbison. You should check out their songs, both the videos, End of the Line and Handle with Care. We're doing End of the Line today. With a lineup like that, you can't miss. Dude, awesome. I'm excited. So, had to let the plane fly overhead here a little bit. So with this one, we have Jeff Lynne, right, who I'm familiar with ELO, and he's had his hands in other productions as well. This man is a mastermind, a genius of musical composition, and I just love hearing him lyrically, vocally. What a gem, man. We continue to have George Harrison. I've started getting into the Beatles, learning more about them. I haven't done anything solo by George, but I've heard him with the Beatles, and I'm sure we'll get around to some of his solo material eventually. But we have some familiarity with George as well. Tom Petty, one reaction on the channel, but I know a lot of Tom Petty, all right? That's one of the artists where their music is more universal, not held into a genre, so it's easy to be able to hear some Tom Petty here and there, and I have, man, especially growing up, you experiment a little bit. I learned a little bit about his music, Last Dance with Mary Jane, of course, one of the greats. So let's go on. We got Bob Dylan here. All right, I'm very familiar with Bob Dylan by this point on this channel, man. One of my favorite artists that I will always keep coming back to and reacting to. I love Bob Dylan. I'm a very lyrical guy, and it really doesn't get more lyrical than Bob Dylan in completion, all right? Whose catalog is going to stand chest to chest with Bob Dylan's catalog when it comes to lyrical depth, really? I mean, I haven't met him if they exist yet, okay? And then we got Roy Orbison. All right, I'm barely learning about Roy. I've done about 2 reactions, still don't have a great understanding, but my last reaction that I did with Roy was crying. So if y'all saw that on the channel, shout out, man. Awesome stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. This is what we've got going on right here in a supergroup. Some serious names. How do they work together? How does the sound end up coming through? I don't know. This is just this is so much. This is so many big names I can't imagine. Let's go ahead and jump into this, guys, and hear it out. Here we go. The Traveling WILBURYS, End of the Line.
Well, it's alright, riding around in the breeze. Well, it's alright, if you live the life you please. Well, it's alright, doing the best you can. Well, it's alright, as long as you lend a hand. You can sit around and wait for the phone to ring, waiting for someone to tell you everything. Sit around and wonder what tomorrow will bring. Maybe a diamond ring. Well, it's alright, even if they say you're wrong. Well, it's alright, sometimes you gotta be strong. Well, it's alright, as long as you got someone to lay. Well, it's alright, every day is Judgment Day. Maybe somewhere down the road away, at the end of the line, you'll think of me and wonder where I am these days. At the end of the line, maybe somewhere down the road when somebody plays at the end of the line, Purple Haze. Well, it's alright, even when push comes to shove. Well, it's alright. glad to be here, happy to be alive. And it don't matter if you're by my side, I'm satisfied. Well, it's alright, even if you're old and gray. Well, it's alright, you still got something to say. Well, it's alright, remember to live and live. Well, it's alright, best you can do is forgive. Well, it's alright.
I love seeing all their faces here.
Riding around on the breeze. Well, it's alright, if you live the life you please. Well, it's alright, even if the sun don't shine. Well, it's alright, we're going to the end of the line.
It's all right, man. You got to keep going, right? You got to keep trucking, man. Just a song. It's a big song to me. It could even be about just living with yourself, right? Being satisfied with where you are, man. Don't give up. Keep on going. It's all right. You still got a voice. You still got time to make things right. Don't be destroyed by your mistakes, right? Don't let those haunt you. Don't let them bring you down. It's all right, man. You keep going to the end of the line, man. Get back on your feet and keep on trucking. That's the vibes I was getting here. When we looked at the Roy Orbison part, though, it sounds like that was his voice. And right here, this still, okay, the whole time I'm seeing this man drumming here at the beginning, and I was like, man, is that Roy? Is that Roy? And then this area comes on where his vocals are playing. You see a picture of him, and then you see this chair rocking right here with a guitar on it, man. This gave me the feeling maybe Roy wasn't around anymore by the time this was shot. So I'm gonna learn more about that. But let's see this imagery one more time.
Alright,
Chair rock.
even when push comes to shove. Well, it's
Picture.
alright,
His vocal.
if you got someone to love. Well, it's alright, everything will work out fine. Well, it's alright, we're going to the end of the line.
Love, I just love, dude. I can't express the joy I'm feeling seeing all their faces here on this video, man. Some real true legends of music, and some that I didn't know prior to making this channel. I couldn't have pointed out Bob Dylan, Jeff Lynne on this video, right? I couldn't have told you who George Harrison was or where he was sitting. But being Tom Petty would be the only one that I could point out on this. So seeing this and me just knowing now with a heart full of their music and understanding where these people were at throughout musical history is a treat, man. It's a treat to see this video. Thanks for saying watch the video, man. That's a treat right there. All right, so let's learn a little bit about End of the Line. All right, we've got this song released in 1989 on the cusp of 90. Okay, folk rock and country is what we've got this listed as, with the songwriters all including Bob Dylan, George Harrison, Jeff Lynne, Roy Orbison, Tom Petty. Could you imagine the songwriting process with these gentlemen together, maybe one or maybe all, with their pens, saying, all right, this is how we're going to start it off. Let's change this. I like the way this sounds. How are we going to sing that? You know, they're there snapping their finger, tapping their foot, trying to figure out the melody. Whatever the case, man, that is stuff that needed to be recorded, man. Private moment for these guys, I'm sure. Beautiful moment. Hopefully it wasn't over phone calls and emails and stuff, right? I don't know how big email was in the 1989. Maybe it was carrier pigeons. No, I'm joking. I'm making a joke. But you know what I mean? Like, I like to imagine this happening in a personal, face-to-face area rather than over phone calls, because nowadays a lot of songs that have features and stuff, the artists don't even talk to each other. They don't even meet each other. They simply, their person talks to your person, says, let's make a song together. Person A makes a song, you email it or send it digitally to person B. Person B hears the song, hears the beat, and then puts their lyrics. So there's a lot of times not even interaction between these artists when they create a song with each other. And it's pretty sad to me, like, that it can't be done on a personal basis. But this one, I like to imagine in my head being done that way. All right, so we've got End of the Line is a song by British American supergroup The Traveling Wilburys. It was the final track on their debut album, Traveling Wilburys Volume 1, released in 1988. It was also issued in January 1989 as the band's second single. The recording features all the Wilburys except Bob Dylan as lead singers, George Harrison, Jeff Lynne, and Roy Orbison singing the choruses in turn, while Tom Petty sings the verses. The song was mainly written by Harrison and was assigned to his publishing company, Umlaut Corporation. However, all 5 members of the group received a songwriting credit in keeping the collaborative concept behind the Wilburys project. Okay, all right, so probably not as glorious as I would liked it to be in my head, but that's music, right? That's music. You're probably all in different areas. Maybe George Harrison in the UK, Bob Dylan over here. So a lot more logistical problems with them, maybe touring, doing their personal stuff. Things happen. The music video for End of the Line was directed by Willie Smacks and filmed in Los Angeles in December 1988. Set in a moving passenger car carriage pulled by a steam locomotive. So cool. It features Dylan playing guitar and session musician Jim Keltner, credited as Buster Sideberry on the album's playing brushes. As Orbison died after recording his vocals, but before the video was shot, a shot of a guitar sitting in a rocking chair and a photo of him are shown when his vocals are heard. Very nice touch. I really did like the rocking guitar, man. That's really where it sealed for me what was going on. It wasn't the picture. It was actually that rocking guitar that sealed for me what we were missing, in that video. But hearing his vocals, that was nice. I quickly knew that was his voice. Well, this right here was a real treat, man. Thank you for this one. I like that even the session musician was credited as a Sideberry. All right, the traveling Wilburys, but you've got this guy Buster Sideberry, right? He's a Sideberry, so that's pretty cool, man. Thank you for this one. We've got more to check out, so I'd be excited to come back to this one. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed rocking with me here today. Let me know what End of the Line means for you guys. I wonder what it meant more for George Harrison writing this one up, man. What he was thinking on his mind when he wrote this one. But to me, like I said, it's a song about stay on your feet, stay a good person, keep on the right track until the end of the line, right? Until your number is called, man. Live a good life, man. Live a life to be proud of. Kind of deal is what I was getting out of this one. Just really sweet here, and to even see George Harrison right here on the video was special for me too, right? I know George is no longer with us either, so rest in peace to George Harrison, rest in peace to Roy Orbison, rest in peace to Tom Petty. And I had to double check, but I'm glad to say Jeff Lynne is still here with us as well as Bob Dylan, man, keeping their legacies alive. And I'd like to know, maybe they play some of those songs from the Traveling Wilburys live at their concerts. That'd be pretty cool if they incorporate those once in a while as well. That'd be pretty sweet. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed being here with me today. I definitely enjoyed you guys pushing me and showing me in this direction here. Really was a good one to get into, man. Hope you guys enjoyed rocking with me today. If you did, please let me know by liking, subscribing, checking out the descriptions down below for other ways you can help the channel, including becoming a member on my YouTube, my Patreon, or donation request if you so choose, all of which greatly help me, guys. Thank you so much. Hopefully y'all enjoyed rocking with me, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace.